Last Thursday, we had our webinar for the founding members of Onpassive. Those are those individuals that have come in, paid the $97 and become founding members of Onpassive. And on these Thursday meetings that we have, occasionally Ash will show up. When he does, it's absolutely awesome, but not always. And last Thursday, Ash did show up, and as usual, he just did an awesome job. Everything he said it'll just blow your socks off. But I really want to do a review of that Thursday webinar for the new people that are here. Maybe you've been in a day, maybe you've been in a month, maybe you've heard Ash talk before and you just don't quite get it. And you have to understand that Ash is our mad scientist, and as he comes on, he talks about a lot of things. And if you don't understand his code, it's hard to put all the pieces together. So I'd like to do a quick webinar for those individuals that are new and kind of give you an idea of what he said and where we're going. Very, very powerful stuff. As Ash came on, the first thing you get from it is, number one, Onpassive is strong today and spirits are high. As I talk to people in Onpassive every day and every week, I can tell you that yes, Onpassive, absolutely strong, but the spirits are very, very high. And that's always good to see from the CEO of the company. He's very, very excited about where we're at and where we're going. The next thing he talked about was kind of interesting. And he said, Onpassive no longer is the Ash Mufareh show. And Ash is right. The founding members of Onpassive, those individuals that are participating with Onpassive, have paid the $97 and are locked into the company and the pay structure of Onpassive. Very, very important. That's you and I, along with the tech team in India, in Bangalore and Hyderabad, about 600-700 strong right now. They're extremely important to Onpassive. Ash is very, very modest. He's very, very humble, and he wants to give us credit for what we've done, and I appreciate that. I really do. But Ash is the conductor of Onpassive. And this great symphony, this great business that Ash has put out there that's getting ready to explode online, he is the orchestrator of all of this. And because of what he's done, because of that beautiful music that he's produced, we are in such a great position because I believe as founding members of Onpassive, every one of us will take care of that bottom line in time. I'm not talking about years, but you'll get to a place where you don't even think about finances. So Ash, he is the conductor. Yes, the other moving parts, very, very important. You and I as founding members, very, very important. But Ash Mufareh has put this symphony together, and it's just extraordinary. The next thing that Ash talked about was the online ecosystem and how it works today. And it is really amoral. As these people came online and developed a business, and most of them failed, but the ones that actually succeeded and developed a business, whether it's social media, Google, any of the other big tech companies that are online, their goal was to put as much wealth in their pocket as they can. Yes, the people that use these tools, they benefit in a way. But the companies that have these businesses, they use these people. And they do that by selling their information. And really that was never part of the deal. These companies do not care what you think, how you think, or what you say. All they're interested in is their bottom line. That's it. And the wealth that they produce, and it is in the trillions of dollars. It goes into a very small group of individuals' hands, and they become more and more wealthy and more powerful. As Ash talked about that, he talked about what Onpassive is. Number one, Onpassive is ethical. They will never do anything to hurt anyone. In fact, if you come into Onpassive either as a customer or as a founding member or as an independent reseller, if there is not a real tangible benefit in Onpassive for you, we don't want you here. Now, Onpassive today, their market is about 5.6 billion people. There is something in Onpassive for everybody, all of that 5.6 billion people. And as they come in and use the products or they participate with Onpassive, there are tangible benefits for everybody that does that. Very, very different from the ecosystem today. And Ash Mufareh and his team will never use your information to monetize Onpassive, and that's what these other companies do. Your information is secure, it's yours, no one will ever take it and use it for any other means, period. So as we look at Onpassive and the benefits of Onpassive, it's really, really cool to understand that whoever comes into Onpassive and uses the products of Onpassive or participates with Onpassive, Ash has their back. He has them in mind. And the whole impetus of Onpassive is to benefit you, period. That's what it is. And as we think about what Ash Mufareh has done, you know, Onpassive is going to bring in unprecedented wealth. And Ash Mufareh is going to do very, very well, and we want him to. But because of the heart of Ash Mufareh, we know that the vast majority of the profits of Onpassive will go to the founding members. That's you and I. That's really, really a good thing to know. And it's one of the reasons why Ash and his team can guarantee that as you come in and participate with Onpassive, you will be successful. You will make money. Bottom line, period. And they can do that because of the way Onpassive is structured, because of the way Onpassive treats its founding members, its family, and customers, and then independent resellers, the IT product. Very, very cool stuff. The online ecosystem is about to change, and that brings me to the next thing that Ash talked about. And it's the product side of Onpassive, and I have to be very, very careful here. Because this is an open forum, and anybody can see this video, I really can't get deep into the product side of Onpassive, although he did on this webinar. It was extraordinary. And the reason I can't get really deep into the product side of it, not even the dates, is because we don't want to give our competition a heads up. We don't want to give them a leg up. Now, I don't think they're going to be able to compete with Onpassive anyway, but why would we give them any impetus to do certain things with their business to try and compete with Onpassive? We just wouldn't do that. But the gist of what Ash said about the product line, and if you are a founding member, you can go into the to your back office and you can find the review there and kind of see what Ash talked about. It was awesome. He talked about products like he's never talked about products before. But as I look at what Onpassive is going to be doing and why I can't talk about the products on this particular video, Ash, as we launch to the world, it's going to be massive. And it's not that we want our competition to look in the rearview mirror and see us coming. What we want to happen, excuse me, guys, what we want to happen is our competition looking forward and seeing that little dot that passed them up and wondering, how did they do that? I hadn't even heard about Onpassive. How did they take that leap from being nothing and going to the front of the pack to a place where we can barely even see them? That is what Onpassive is going to be doing as we launch to the world. And the product side of Onpassive, it is extremely exciting. But I can't talk about the products today. I can't even talk about the dates today because I don't want to give our competition any heads up about anything that we're doing. So I hope you can appreciate that. If you're interested in what Ash said about the product side, you can see that if you're a founding member, and that's as far as I'll take it. Just ask around. You'll be able to see that. So that brings me to the launch of Onpassive, the soft launch, and some of the product side kind of hinted to where that launch was going to be. And it's going to start with the soft launch, and then the hard launch is just going to roll out from there. And really, the soft launch and the hard launch, they are connected, really connected tightly. And as we come out with the soft launch, it is going to be a close order drill from the soft launch to the hard launch. That's a really, really good thing to know. I wish I could talk dates with you. Ash did not give us a date for the soft launch, but he gave us an idea of where we are in that time frame, and we're very, very close. So soft launch, hard launch, they are connected. They will happen at the same time. As the soft launch comes out, there will be a time in there where they'll test everything, and then the hard launch will just seamlessly roll out. Again, it will be a close ordered drill. It's going to be a really, really fun time for all of us. If you're new to Onpassive, you're really, really close to the fun part, the launch of Onpassive. I mean, you're really, really close. If you've been on Onpassive for a while, I understand that. You want everything to happen. We're there, guys. We're there. It's happening as we speak, with Ash tying up the loose ends, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, hard launch, soft launch, hard launch. Don't worry about it anymore. I would not lose any sleep over when Onpassive is going to launch, period. No sleep at all. 2021 is going to be a very, very special year. If you're new to Onpassive and you didn't have to wait for the development of this fantastic symphony, that's cool, because you're just going to be there. You're just going to roll right into it. If you've had to wait, you've seen everything evolving and happening, you have an idea, compared to the new people that are here, of just how big this is. I think that's a really, really cool place to be. And those individuals that are new, you're going to find that out very, very quickly. Continue to explore Onpassive. It just gets better, better, and better. The last thing I want to talk about that Ash mentioned on the webinar was the machine learning, AI, traffic, and money. Okay, again, all of these are tied together. And the machine learning, the artificial intelligence, and remember, Onpassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. And the AI, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, is tied throughout Onpassive. This is a really, really big deal because it affects everything on Onpassive, and it affects our bottom line. And as we look at the AI hooked up to traffic, it affects the money side of it in massive ways. And of course, if it affects the money side, it affects us, because the majority of the money in Onpassive, the wealth being developed and built in Onpassive, is going to be coming to us. What I'd like to do is just give you a quick scenario of the genius behind Onpassive, okay? And I got this from Dan Street and Marty DeGarmo. They were talking about it. And Marty DeGarmo and Dan Street, they're my partners. I'm Mike Ellis. And as I listened to them talk, I was just shaking my head, and I'm going, this is just sheer genius. No wonder Onpassive is just going to pass everybody up and be at the head of the pack. I don't think anybody will ever catch us. And the scenario goes like this. And again, this is just sheer genius. Let's say we've got an individual that comes on and uses the products of Onpassive. And it could be from the HR human resources. It could be from O Academy. Could be from some of the other products of Onpassive. We'll pick O Academy. And let's say we've got a teacher that comes on and sets up an online teaching platform, and she's teaching people. And she's paying the monthly fee. That's really, really good for us, because when people come in, use the tools, and pay the monthly fee, that makes our income a residual income. That's really, really cool. But she's doing this, and she goes into her back office just to look at the products. Maybe there's some other stuff in there that she might buy to enhance her educational platform online. And she's back in her back office, and she sees a little box. And in the little box, there's a figure, and let's say it's $250. And she looks over at it, and she goes, well, that's interesting. I don't really know what that is. She's already paid her monthly fee, so she's not worried about it. And she gets off and does her thing. And let's say she comes back at the end of the week, and she gets back on, and she sees that little box again, and it's empty. And she goes, well, I wonder what that was. Not worried about it, just kind of goes on. She comes back the next week to look in the site for something or other, and she sees that little box again. And there's not $250 in there. There's not zero in there. There's $550 in there. And she's going, well, that's strange. well, I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to worry about it. And the same thing happens. She comes back and it's empty. Then she comes back the third week and she looks at that little box and there's $850 in there. And she's going, you know, that's a pretty good chunk of change. $850. I wonder what the heck that is. And she sees a little icon up there. She hadn't seen it before, but she sees it. She wants to know what that is, and she clicks it. And Onpassive comes down with a description, and she says, you know, this is your money, this $850, if you'll simply come in, become a member of Onpassive, and click a button in your back office. That $850 is yours. She's going, what? That $850 is mine? Well, I'm going to take that. I want that money. You know, number one, it's going to pay for everything I do online with Onpassive. It's going to pay for this educational platform. Not only that, but I get all the tools of Onpassive. So she's going to come in and pay the membership level, which is, it's going to be between $100 and $250, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's $250. She's going to go in the back office, click a button. She's not going to have to do anything more. She's going to become an independent reseller of the IT product, but she's never going to sell anything. That's not what she does. She teaches online, and she's going to take that that $800 and put it in her bank. Now, here's the cool thing. That $800, it's residual. That got there because of where Onpassive placed them in Onpassive. That is a residual income. Not only that, but that income will grow weekly, monthly, yearly. It will continue to increase. And over time, she's going to find that she's making way more money with Onpassive than she is with anything else she's doing. Now, teaching is her passion. She's not going to stop that, but she's going to take care of those financial needs so she doesn't have to worry about it. This is sheer genius. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have millions and millions of customers in Onpassive, okay? And there will be a percentage of those that figure out what that little box is. And they're going to go in, click the button, and they're going to be able to get that money. And because good news travels very, very quickly, it's going to be like dominoes. And hundreds of thousands of people are going to be doing that. It's just they're going to be doing it. When that happens, you and I, as founding members, we benefit every time that happens. How do we benefit? We get paid. We get paid. This is so cool. This is the genius behind Onpassive. Now, this is my speculation of how it could work. Based on what I've heard, based on what I've heard Ash say. Will it be exactly like this? Probably not. They're a lot smarter than I am. But there will be something like this in Onpassive and all the way through Onpassive. Onpassive, they think how they can benefit their people, their customers, their founding members, their independent resellers of the IT product. They will benefit all of us in major, major ways. If you are a founder today, you are in such a unique position to take care of that bottom line. If you are not a founder today, I recommend you come in, pay the $97 and lock your position in Onpassive and the pay structure of Onpassive. And there are major benefits to doing that, and I've done a video about that. You can run over and take a look at it. But come in and become a founding member. Now, this is what Ash went over. There are more things that he talked about that I can't get into on this video. Again, they're proprietary. That's just the way it is, guys. Come on in, become a founder. You're gonna hear it all, and it is amazing. I mean, you're absolutely gonna love it. But this is Onpassive. This is Ash Mufareh. Onpassive today is strong and growing stronger, and the spirits in Onpassive are absolutely out of this world. Everybody is excited about where we're at. We're pumped about the launch of Onpassive, which is happening this year, 2020. So we're in a really, really unique position to really just take care of our lives. And what a wonderful thing to be able to live that lifestyle perhaps you've only dreamt about. Now, I know I've talked about it, a lot of different terminologies that maybe you don't know. And if you're new, that's understandable. You can't learn everything at one time. I do have a video down below this one that you can run over, and it goes over all of Onpassive. It goes over the terminology, how it works, how it's going to work for you, all that stuff. And you can go down there, run over and take a look at it. It's the same with the founding position, the benefits of becoming a founder. That video's in my YouTube channel too. You can look at that one also. But if you're not in Onpassive and you're ready, there's also a place where you can join down below. Get it done. Get it done. Our time frame is closing very, very quickly. And once we launch to the world, the hard launch, the founding position will be cut off. There will never be another founding member in Onpassive. I can tell you today, I have positions, and I have more than one position. And I would not sell that position for anything less than $100,000 because I know what's coming and I know what that position is worth. And even at $100,000, I would lose money. That's where you're at today. That's what's sitting in front of you. That's what you have in your hand. So if you're not a founder, come on in, join, and then continue to explore and learn more about Onpassive. Believe me, it just gets better and better and better. As Ash comes on and shares more things with us, and he's doing that more and more and more, I will do more videos. Go on down below, subscribe to the channel, click the bell on the right, and as I do more videos, you will get updates. Now, the Thursday meetings, Ash is not always there, but I can tell you what Ash does just about every Thursday. If he can't be there, he will talk to Marty DeGarmo, and Marty hosts the Thursday founder meetings. And he'll usually give Marty some updates, some bombs that he can throw out there that are absolutely awesome. And they always benefit us. So come on in, become a founder, get to those Thursday meetings. If you don't quite understand the code yet, don't worry about it. I will continue to do these updates on the Thursday webinar that we do from founders. And from there, just get ready. We're in a very exciting place, all of us. And from there, yeah, we're just going to see you at the top. Take care and absolutely have a great week. Bye.